The systems we're using are Iron Valley and Wandering Tea Garden. They're both solo TTRPGs. One is more journaling and the other one is more mechanic. But I think both of them are lovely to play with, although I haven't really gotten to play with Wandering Tea Garden yet. I'm looking forward to it. Some other systems that I've been using while playing these games include Mune, Made Up Name Me emulator, and another Yes No Oracle. I also use the Solo RPG Toolkit plugin on Obsidian. It really helps me play the game. Although lately I've been using a dice roller instead. But I guess not while I was doing this playthrough. I've been thinking about the game loop because I've been like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Am I doing this wrong? And actually, you know what? Let's make this super big for a second. If you're new to tabletop role-playing games like I am, you're probably going, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to be doing? And I hope you can't hear the whir of my laptop in the background, or hopefully it's not too bad. Anyway, you probably need to figure out the loop. Like, what am I supposed to do? Is my character gonna do something? Do I have to roll? What needs rolling? What do I need to check? So I spent a lot of time reading the rules, which is a contrast to what I was doing in my last video. But I spent a lot of time reading the rules, and then I made a mermaid flowchart, or a flowchart in mermaid code, and then I got it sent over to Obsidian, and this is what we ended up with. So a lot of the time you're going to be here, capture the current situation, capture the character's current state. So that's a lot of the role playing. So if you're doing a lot of flavor stuff, like you're talking about breakfast or anything that doesn't need a role, this is where you're going. And you'll also be asking the spirit of the forest lots of questions. So that might be when you're talking about like asking for prompts, or checking things like, oh, does this person know this other character? Do they have the thing that I need? So that's when you're doing this stuff. Whenever something happens, you have to decide, does this trigger a move? And if it doesn't, then it just counts as role play and you just stay in this loop here. If it does count as a move, one of the official moves in Iron Valley, then you go and identify what the outcome is. Depending on the outcome, you're either making a promise, you're doing an action roll, or you're doing the move and getting an outcome. So if you're making a promise, so it's a new promise, and then you just capture the situation. If it's an action roll, because you're either trying your best, calling out for help. Why do I have calling out for help twice? I probably need to update this. Because you're rooting around, or because you're haggling as part of trading, then you do the action roll and then you figure out if it's a strong hit, weak hit, or miss. If it's a strong hit, no time passes, you get the progress and you go back to here. The first box where you capture the current situation and the character's current state. But if it's a weak hit or a miss, you do the outcome and then time passes. On the other hand, if you do a move like receive a gift or reap the benefit, sharing as caring, or trade, time may or may not pass, but you're doing the move either way. If time passes, you check to see if there's time left. So same here and here. If there's time left, you go back to the top of the loop. If the day is over, like you've done four ticks of the day, then you end the day and then you go back to the top. I thought that was helpful for me. Like, I refer to this when I'm playing now. This hopefully also makes it easier for people to spot if I'm doing something wrong. So if you play Iron Valley and you're looking at this and you go, there's something obviously wrong here, can you please let me know, because I'm really new to this scene and ideally I would be doing things correctly.